Hello, farming tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Banished with me, BlueAnkylo. So, last episode I spent some time sort of getting back into the swing of things. We also had a horrible chicken blight. Hasn't finished yet, so we'll see how that goes. I've also been told that apparently to split a pasture, you need to have at least 10 animals in it. So I'll never be able to split this cow pasture. So what I'll have to do, I believe, is make a larger one, move, 9 of them over, and then I can split, say, the chickens once that's finished. I've also heard that having more than one person working at a pasture is kind of wasteful. So, such is life. There you go. I do try to get to some of the comments. So, let's save a couple extra laborers here. Makes sense. 3 people, 3 different pastures. Okay, so yeah, this is the year of mega farms, and I'm really hoping that these all grow nicely and give me lots of food, because we've been having some problems lately. I think I also queued up some, by the way, I hope the blight doesn't spread to the cows. I did queue up a fishing dock, so that should show up eventually. We've got pretty good resources for everything except food, as is pretty standard for me. We've actually finished stockpiling wood at the moment. We got 3 woodcutters, which is definitely more than enough. I suppose I could start selling some, or if I just turn them off, like if I let them stay full, it'll just help us stock up some spare logs, which may or may not be required. There's lots of room in the storage barns and stuff anyways, so even if the stockpiles are full, I think the rest of the stuff can handle it. I noticed that I have built most of our stone roads. Obviously there's still some stuff to do, and maybe having a couple more of our laborers turn to builders will speed that up a little bit. There should be more than enough stone, as far as I can tell. I missed this road. Can't miss any roads. We got... Farmer died of old age. They must have an awful lot of funerals. Like, seems like, every month or two there's someone dying. Not dying from anything like horrible, just dying nonetheless. Like, there's 3, farmer, all dying of old age. I mean, it's true, I've got a lot of farmers right now, but that's a little bit crazy. Get out there and work those fields, stop dying. Like you, get out there, work that field. I did queue up some houses, so you guys can see these filling in with some new citizens with names I can't pronounce. And of course that means more babies and yada yada yada. Some good, some bad. So midsummer. This one is almost at full, 100%. This one's very, very close to 100%. So what are these? Beans? Beans seem to grow faster than a lot of stuff, apparently. Corn goes pretty quick. I don't know. I do assume there's kind of a primary harvesting season for each type of crop. So I definitely could consider splitting the sheep up at some point. More people dying. At least there's people growing up at the same time. I don't want to rush, like, I don't want to push my expansion too much until I know the food is in order. This graveyard's gonna, the lack of graveyards may be a problem. Anyway, let's speed the time up a little bit. Go to 5 times, let a little bit of construction happen and all that. Could consider building like a, I don't think I want to build like farms or anything over here. I could consider putting like a forester gatherer over here. I will need more logs at some point. I understand there's a lot of stuff in the way. It's not perfect, but you only got what you got, right? I'm sure I could have started with a large flat map. It would have been a little bit easier, but what fun is that, right? How's our school situation? Looks like probably fine. Yeah, not even close to full. Well, this one's full because everyone lives kind of over here, I guess. But we've still got lots of spots. 14 spots. What's this? The food is low. Oh no! That's what I've been worried about. Come on, guys. I need a big harvest this year. I need, like, more than 500 from these things. Yeah, 500 from these giant fields. It's just not acceptable. 700 from a pretty large field. Seems pretty rough, though, because I was getting 700 from these. Sometimes. Weird. Now, part of the reason why the food would have dipped down is right after these houses built, they would have gone and grabbed... They should have gone and grabbed a bunch of food. Of course, I realize that these are out of range of the market. It's probably a waste. Just build all my houses in here. Oh, there's our new fishing dock. Let's just, we don't need nearly as many builders anyway. Let's fill this up. So that'll have 4 out of 4. We'll see how that does. Actually, no, I'm going to give it 3 out of 3. Because I think I learned that the fishing, the way I understand it, is the only time you need 4 out of 4 is if you really have the full area and people living nearby. This fishing dock doesn't have the full area. 3 out of 3 seems fine to me. We're not really losing anything, I don't think. Okay, we're harvesting. I just want to watch this harvest. Early autumn. Looks like they're about maybe halfway through, because some of them are done already. That's good. Maybe these stone roads were the key. Just make sure this stuff all gets harvested before it freezes. That's what I really want to see. So how much did we get from this first one anyway, by the way? Alright, we got 604. That's fine. Looks like over 600. This one's done now. Over 600. That's fine. I think, you know, with these 10 by 10s, as long as they're around 600 to 700 and not 400, I'm happy. Yeah, 600's okay. So middle of autumn, we've definitely harvested like 75% of our crops. Although I think at this point we could get a frost at any time, so, you know, get to it, farmers. Very difficult to harvest all the stuff from these big ones. Thousands. Just hasn't harvested it all yet. Looks like you can get probably 1,200 from a 15 by 15, give or take. Come on, where's all my farmers? Get out there and work. Well, we almost harvested everything, right? Like, it's pretty close. And we're not done yet. It's late autumn. An early frost would certainly lose us a few hundred food, or maybe 1,000 food, but as long as it doesn't freeze until early winter, we're pretty good. You guys keep working, my busy little bees. There's the snow in early autumn. So I assume stuff's going to start dying, but if they can just harvest it really quickly... Yeah, you can see them all freezing to death. Shrinking and dying. Get out there! Get me my food before it dies! Probably some, I would imagine, some types of food don't die as fast, maybe, like... This wheat seems to have not died off quite as quickly. It's slowly wilting. We still managed to get a little bit from that, even. Okay, so then we just wait a minute for everything to get back into town, and, or back to the market, I suppose. Wherever they store it. I actually don't know 100% for sure if it's supposed to go from a field to the market, or if it's supposed to go from a field to a storage barn and then to the market. Like, haven't totally nailed down all that stuff just yet. Also, by the way, how did these orchards do? Pretty poor. Pretty poor, but better than 200 at least. Lenora the vendor has died. Well, I'm sorry, Lenora. You'll be missed. So anyway, the big fields, what do we get? 1,100, basically. 1,200. Alright. 947, that's pretty good for that one. 1,100 for this one's really good, because that's not even... I mean, it's big. This was like 12 by 12 or something, but still, that's good. 1,200 from, I think, a 15 by 15. The 10 by 10 seem to be about 700, or just under 700 sometimes. Okay. I don't know if we made enough food this year, but hopefully. I suppose once we hit the end of the year, I'll check the town hall to see how we did. Probably check it right now. Still does not look like we're producing as much as we're eating to me, but maybe. I mean, on the other hand, it says I've produced 23,000. Maybe this was last year, and this is this year. So if we've already produced 23,000, that's considerably more than last year. Maybe we'll be okay. Oh, the chicken blight's over. Every single chicken died? Whoa, now. You can only put 8 cows there anyway. Well, that is brutal. So if you get a chicken blight, you're like, you just lose them all? That is hardcore. Maybe there's something I could have done. Maybe I should have tried to split the... that seems like it would just kill other pastures. Well, I guess you don't get a worker if... Can I just turn you off? Yeah, just turn you off. Unless someone brings me a chicken now, I have to wait till... Yeah, remember, like, last episode how I said I didn't need the... I didn't want the animal merchant anymore? I take it back. I want them again. I probably have enough, not enough, herbs stocked up. So let's bring over some firewood. Gonna need to start crafting more clothes pretty soon too. What am I looking for? Firewood. Firewood. Let's bring over... I got quite a lot. Let's bring over like 400 of it. Hopefully then, if we ever do find a chicken salesman, we'll buy a chicken again. That's too bad. I suppose I could split the sheep, but I think like these smaller ones here, they're probably better for chicken anyway. I think because cattle take so much space, I really should start building a larger one for them sometime, like right now. Okay, so food. I think the food situation's improving, but we can't just you know, sit on our laurels. We got to get to work. More food. So, I mean, gathering huts have been traditionally really good. If I can just remember where they are. And I don't see any reason not to put one down over here. I mean, I could probably use this spot for another settlement, or maybe up here. Let's just use this little river kind of area, this corner, for a little bit more wood and gathering and stuff. It's not going to be perfect. I'll need to put a bridge beside it. But that's fine. We'll put that there. Let's queue up a bridge. Just right through there. That's pretty good. Nice little bridge. Put down some basic roadage. And we'll connect that up to here. Should we just go straight diagonally? That's kind of fun, right? There you go. Diagonal road. Bam! Take that, nature. And we'll put... Oh yeah, remember, to have these things build quicker, we should put the... not the market. Stockpile nearby. Just to store wood that they chop down as they build things. Put that there. Gathering. I'm also going to want another hunter, probably. And another woodcutter. Somewhere around this little section. And then I'll build a couple homes kind of on this path. Put a couple more fisheries. And I'll consider that, you know, acceptable. I've got a fair number of workers right now, so I think this is a good idea. And then we'll start thinking about upgrading our tailors and stuff. Also, before I forget, I forgot I had a bunch of stone cutters taken out. Any more mines? Iron and coal look fine to me. Okay, so we'll get that built at some point. We're actually getting the road built first. Or, sorry, the bridge. Which is fine. It's easier to get around with the bridge. That makes sense, right? Nice looking bridge. I do really like the art in this game. There's been a few people that have mentioned that this game kind of reminds them of RimWorld, except nicer graphics. If I understand correctly, this game was developed, like, it started before RimWorld did. Oh, what's going on? You received an award! Healthy! And smiles all around. Well, isn't that good? Maybe I'm not doing so poorly after all, folks. Maybe I'm not. Didum. No herbalists, probably. Foresters, yeah. Hunters, though, I think, actually. Let's get that going. Bam. And, yeah, I am gonna put a forester in, though. More people dying. Being a forester is dangerous. Just die of old age. That's the real danger. I am looking forward to setting up the next big hub. It's early summer already. I haven't been paying attention. Just been slowly farting around out here. Let's turn this down to 3. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. Turn it down to 3, and then add 3 more workers. We will do similar, the hunting cabin. How many hunters do I have? Oh, this is builders right now. Oops, just X. And what am I looking for? Lumberjack. I had all these memorized where everything was, and then I stopped playing for like a week. And then I kind of half forgot where everything was. Yeah, somewhere around here's fair. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, Gatherer's Hut's going. This will work. That's a nice little hub. And I will throw like 1 or 2 more fisheries on the way over, because there's lots of lakes and water along here. And if we don't make food after this little addition, then I don't know what to do. I'm trying, guys. I'll probably build some houses along this stretch. Maybe. I'll think about it. Maybe a storage barn and some houses. Food. Fishies? Seems like a reasonable spawn. I mean, up to about where the bridge is. Could put it over here. Actually, I don't know if it counts the little river. You know, this is right on the road. I think that's a little bit better. Even if I miss just a tiny bit of water, it'll be easier for people to get to the dock because it's right on the road. I don't have to mess around. Sure. I don't know if it counts little rivers like that. And you know what? Because I'm confident, I'm going to put some houses in here. I was thinking about building a road or a tunnel through there. I haven't decided yet. What did you bring? Livestock. You brought cattle. Ah, that's disappointing. I was hoping they would just bring the right one. I did hear someone mention that if I order these things specifically, they cost twice as much, which is just not very nice. So, you know, a cattle costs 800 on its own. I guess if you order one specially, it's probably like 1600. But I really would like to get the chickens going, so I'll specifically order some chicken. Chicken's on the menu tonight, boys. These things are getting built. Good. So, alright, I have to assign more hunters. Still got lots of people. A couple more houses coming in. Quarry is getting low. Let's see, oh look, someone killed a deer. Isn't that friendly? Just left the carcass on the side of the road. Ah, you guys. You shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have. Is this out of range? It's just in the range. So if I want to put a storage barn down here for these houses, I should put it maybe right here. Yeah, this is fine. And then I'll add a couple more houses for people that live over. People that work on this side. And then they can get storage. They can go to the storage barn for goods, and it won't be as bad. Obviously, they're supposed to have markets to work perfectly efficiently, but I got things to do. Alright. Go hunting. How's the gathering? We're off to... Yeah, we've started getting stuff at the very least. They're probably traveling way too far to put it away. The storage barn might be a bad idea. Like, it might be too far away. Cleric has died. Where's our priest? When do I need... Oh, I do need a new one. Now that we've got over 200 people, I have to build a second chapel. Well, I'll get to that once we do our second hub. I think that's my idea. Herbs are maxed. We could sell some more herbs now. Sure. Let's queue up another couple hundred. I suppose I did only mean to temporarily turn on this Forester's Lodge. Let's put it back on planting and cut down the workers. Out of the way, people. There we go. Then we'll just go back to planting. This way the herbalist works the best. When it's got, you know what I'm trying to say. When it's got old growth. So, it's been like a year since my food interest, and let's see what the town hall has to say now. We definitely made extra food last year, and I expect we're on track for that this year again. Okay, I would say the food situation is mostly sorted for now. We have not a lot of stone, but I've got 15 stone cutters, and I'm just building stuff like crazy, I guess. We're a little bit low on clothing. How is the, like the leather and stuff doing? A little bit of leather, a little bit of wool. So if I want to make more clothes, I will need a second tailor, as well as probably more hunters and more sheep. Probably. But we'll let everything get finished being built for now. A couple more houses. Get this Forester Lodge working. This will help increase our log input. Not that we're doing bad on logs, to be honest. Get this fishery dock working. Got lots of people ready for jobs. Just got people to... We need to get stuff built. Come on, people. Build. Should queue up maybe 2 more houses over this side, I think. These guys will be the primary, like, gatherer hunters, hopefully. And then a couple more for some fishing and stuff. Seems fair. I mean, our town is doing pretty good, I have to think, because we're dealing with steel tools and warm clothes and stuff. We're not, like, struggling. Most people are going to be educated. We've got a nice deep pit of death. You know, it's good. I know I've queued up a lot of stuff again, but, you know. Someone said on episode 1, make sure you don't queue up too much stuff. I refuse. Hey, wait a second. There used to be more graves than this. Like, there used to be more than 44. I'm sure. Right? I'm pretty sure I saw it in the 50s. Yeah, it just went down to 43. So what? After, like, so many years, people just, like, tear down the old graves? Like, I don't care about great-grandfather. I don't remember him anywhere. Just bulldoze his grave. Well, that's good. I thought this was just going to get filled up and then useless. Like, just wasted space. This is a farmer that's doing nothing. Right. In the winter, we have tons of excess laborers. What I should do, although it's almost end of labor, almost end of winter, what I should try to remember to do is every winter do some bulk select like this that keeps my farmers busy. Stuff like that, basically. Like all this iron down here we could totally collect. That's not iron. Oh, sorry. Collect iron. Yeah, it's iron. Okay, I'm just being derpy. Okay. That'll keep everyone busy for a fair while. I would like to build a road that goes down here, too. Start with just a wood road. Yeah, that's not what I mean, game. We'll put a road to there. People seem to like the diagonals, but... yeah, that's fine. There you go. It's also a decent place to expand at some point. Fairly flat over here, I feel, and lots of stone and iron on the surface that I haven't gathered up. Looks like most of the stuff I wanted to get built has been built. We are a little bit low on stone, probably mostly because these houses use it all up. Another merchant. Today we get nothing. I could buy clothing merchant, basically. It says resource, but they just brought coats. What, do you guys think I'm freezing to death up here? You guys are crazy. Reserves of stone is low. Well, quit lazing around and dig me some more, basically. Might be a good time to start upgrading all the houses to stone right now. Food is looking pretty good. All we're doing is really waiting for more, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for something. Waiting for, like, houses. Waiting for the stone to come in so we can build more houses. And I don't know if I want to expand too much, because we didn't have a huge food surplus. Have I filled these all up? Hunting is good. Logging. Fishermen. We need more fishermen. I'm still just going to put 3 in. Oops. Totally messed everything up by misclicking. Alright. We had way more builders than we needed after everything was built. The laborers will continue to pick random stuff up. Lots of room in these stockpiles now. Still no chickens. We should try to put as many houses inside the market zone as we can. Not enough wool right now to make more clothing. Oh no! Natashon, the stonecutter, was crushed by a rock. Well, you don't see people die of other than old age very often, but I guess every now and then, now that we're getting down deeper, someone drops something and crushes you. That doesn't seem very nice. I like the little diagonal road. It's nice to break up the city a little bit. Yeah, they're contributing. That's decent for 3 people. That's pretty poor. I hope this turns around. This is not looking good, actually. This looks like quite the waste at the moment. Hopefully it gets better. But, yeah, 100 each per year, that's not what I was expecting. Logs to start fixing up. Fish. Caught a few fish. This one's doing okay for 3 people. Not great, but it's okay. I'm hoping once these houses get built and the gatherers live a little bit closer. I mean, I know, I should have learned my lesson, right? I should have learned my lesson. I learned over here that adding a market is actually a really good idea. But, you know. You know me. Slow. Just, I'm lazy, basically. It seems like markets take a lot of work and vendors and stuff. Alright, well, I like the looks of our farms. I think that's coming along well. I wish we had chickens. I should consider building another pasture to upgrade and move. That would be smart. You know what I should do is forget about the iron and then just work on picking more stone up, honestly. But there you go. Pick up all the stone. I can build more houses. 110 right now. So what I'm thinking is, what usually happens is I build a stone house and then the kids move out. I kind of want, like, to demolish the wood houses and have them move into a stone house. Like, I don't know how you could set that up. Like, I know there's only old people here with no kids. So if I destroy this house, will they move into the boarding house until I build a replacement? Let's try. New test. Eviction notice. So they got evicted. Did they move? They did move to the boarding house. Sorry about that, guys. Died during childbirth? That's horrible. Still making more food than we're eating? Yeah, we made like almost 4,000 more food than we ate last year. So that's good. Unless we have a big population boom, we should be in a pretty good spot here to just, you know, upgrade some houses. So if we build this, are kids going to steal the house, or are the old people going to move back in? And do I have to really just do this one at a time? Because it's... I mean, it's quick to build in the middle of town because there's lots of resources around. It's quicker, but still takes a while, obviously. Where's the people? Where's all my builders at, yo? We can use one of our tools here to see where people live. Yeah, they're working over there. fine. So the gatherer still... One of them lives way over there. Same with the hunter and the forester. Fisher. So we would need more houses on this direction. Could build some houses along here, maybe. At least they wouldn't have to walk all the way into town. Maybe. And we do have some food here, so they may not get all the luxuries of life, but at least they don't have to go very far to get food. It's got to be something. Got to count for something. I just want to make sure that the old people move in here. Either that or we just leave the old people in the boarding house forever. Maybe they don't care about that. Who knows? You'd think that would bring your happiness down or something. Alright, they just moved right back in. That's fine. I mean, that took quite a long time, though. It is what I want to do. It's just, it takes a while. Also, I know I've mentioned before. Let me double check here if we get all of our wood and stone back when we demolish a house. They're moving the stuff, the food out, basically. And... deconstruction. I want to pause it as soon as this is done so I can see how much stuff's on the ground. Alright. Doesn't look like anyone picked anything up. So... I can't actually click on that to see exactly how much we got back. That's kind of annoying. Might be difficult to find out for sure. But I mean, 16 wood and 8 stone isn't a whole lot. If we did get it all back, that's really nice. Okay, she picked up 4 stone. I think that means we get half of it back. 8 wood? Yeah, okay, so you get half of your resources back. That's fine. Not like we're losing a whole lot demolishing a wood house, basically. General goods brought apple seeds, pumpkin seeds, and a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. I actually brought a ton of stuff. Wow, this is the biggest merchant I've ever seen. He's got everything. I could theoretically buy some wool and some leather. It's pretty expensive, though. And then I could turn it into clothing. Just for interest's sake, how much was warm clothes worth to sell? Not that I'm planning on selling it, I just want to see, like... It's worth 20. So you could import leather and wool, turn it into clothes, and you'd make a profit. A +5 profit for the laborer of, you know, however many tailors you have. It's not the worst idea. I don't need much else. Yeah, you know... I think we get more leather than wool. So why don't we buy, like, 100 wool and 50 leather. That'll be 50 warm clothes, and then assuming the leather keeps coming in quicker than the wool, we'll eventually get 100 out of it. I do just need to build a larger wool sheep pasture. So we'll sell, you know, a couple hundred of those. No, we'll sell 150 of those and 100 of these. That's fair. We have more firewood than herbs. You know, that's kind of silly, right? Isn't that silly? Why don't we just sell 250 firewood? We've got tons of firewood. There you go. If you think about it like that, it's about 3 firewood per leather wool that we can turn into a warm coat. It's not the worst. Can you buy logs? Because we could sell firewood back for 4. Herbs, buy firewood. It's nice that the exchange rate is exactly the same either way. Yeah, they don't sell logs here. That's fine. There you go. It's more trading done there than I usually do. Oh, by the way, I don't really want those wool coats. It was just testing, make sure everyone's paying attention. Anyway, that should help keep our tailor busy. They should get their goods soon enough, and that'll help. I don't think we're going to run the risk of freezing anytime soon. I just want to make sure I stay on top of that. That's all. It's kind of why I built the second hunter over here. Forester's got more than enough wood, huh? We'll just cut the number of foresters down a little bit then if we've got... I mean, 400 wood is not a whole lot. Let's upgrade that to 500, to be honest. But that tells me we're able to make more than we need with our existing. So let's kind of switch it down to 2 each. That one's already got 2. They're just planting for the herbalist. This guy's got 4. So we cut our foresters way down. If we start running out of logs, I can add some more back in. I know I've got a lot of laborers doing nothing, just idling, but just trying to maximize work. I suppose I could just build another chapel, but I think 1 chapel's enough for these people at the moment. I have hit my tool limit of 200. That's good. Lots of steel tools. That's nice to know. Food is definitely going upwards, in my opinion. We definitely did not harvest all of the crops again. So, can I, like, add an extra farmer to these big ones? Maybe that will help get everything harvested next time. I've got the spare workers, basically. I'm just thinking all the really large fields, we'll just add 1 extra person, maybe. So we added, like, 5 farmers. We'll see if that helps. They obviously share and work on the closest to the market before they get the further away farms on harvest. So that's okay. Alright. Well, this might be a reasonable place to wrap the episode up. I feel like we've made a little bit of progress. We've got another little outpost here. And we've definitely got our food situation under control. I'd say this is a pretty happy little town. We did get a couple achieves. We still haven't even made it to settlement, though. That's so sad. What did we get? Smiles all around. 10 years with over 100 people, high happiness. And 10 years, over 100 people, healthy. Good. That's a good sign. 100 stone houses. We got lots of good stuff to build. 300 people after 100 years. Wow. This is one of those games that just lasts forever. I think, really, my plan here, I don't think I'm going to just replace all the houses with stone. I think that's just going to take too much time. But what I want to do is, before I end this series, is what I want to do is make a second hub and try a pre-designed hub with a market in the middle, houses around it, some more farms and pastures and stuff. And at that point, I feel like I'll probably have like the main game, maybe not mastered, but certainly well understood, right? Like, I've built everything at least once. We've never used the hospital, but we've got one. Speaking of which, it's kind of a waste of time, mostly. But I feel like I can handle a basic settlement. So a little bit more work, a little bit more upgrades, and I will consider restarting with a mod pack of some sort. Some people have mentioned some ones they like, and I approve of that. So I was always sort of half planning on getting into that anyway. So assuming I can keep the food situation under control as we expand one more time, I feel like in the future it's just a matter of, you know, organizing your markets to your food, to your homes efficiently, so it just keeps working. The larger the map, the more difficult that would get, surely, but anyway, looks good to me. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. I still feel bad about our chicken death, but we'll try to get those back. See you guys next time.